No, Jesus, my delivery's arrived from Ramco and it's in a big fucking truck.
Who you gonna call? Ants Attic. Yeah.
Won these at auction. I don't need to spin that. Won these at auction. These 2 boxes cost me £380 plus £28 to get them delivered. And to be fair, delivery was quick once I'd paid within 24 hours. So, do you want to see what I bought at auction? Of course you do. Of course you do. That's why you're watching this. Let's have a little... let's open them up, shall we? Where to put you? Can you go here? Whoa. Is that a good angle? I hope it's a good angle. That's not a great angle. Well, it will be. Smooth, and your arse has just caused things to fall over. Right. Oh, bit of damage there. I think I did that, actually. Let's see what I've been buying, shall we? Oh, that's wobbling the table, which is therefore wobbling the camera, causing this infinite loop of wobbling. Oh, very well packed. Very well packed. And you know when things are well packed, it means you can keep the packaging material. Okay, but what have I actually bought? I hear you cry. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a box. Is that a box as well? So this is the this is like an expensive one. We've got a data video. How to describe this thing? Like a pro grade remote control camera. Kind of like CCTV, but it's more for events, and that's just more for events. Look at all this bubble wrap. Oh yes, there's like 20 quid of bubble wrap just by itself right there. Okay. Thank you. So in here, what have we got? Start off with a mounting plate. That's fairly important. Means you can sort of secure it in place. Got a power supply there, and then inside is the pièce de résistance.
Great Scott.
And this looks like it's in amazing quality. Amazing quality, amazing condition. I mean, sorry, I was just a little bit excited about things, but that, yeah, a little bit of condensation on the lens just because it's cold and I'm not. What have we got in here? We've got your video cable. You've also got a networking cable. Those are both incredibly important. And then a little remote control. What's this? Spark Digital. I guess that's the company that used to own this. Is there also a Spark Digital label on this? There isn't. Let's take a look at the underside here. Is there any clues as to who or what this was bought for or by? Or so in here, this whole thing is motorized, so it can be controlled remotely, and then you can just kind of point this way you want it, and then it will record in incredible fidelity whatever it's pointed at. So what did I pay for this one? 140, 180, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But whatever it was, it's significantly less than its retail value. Obviously off the top of my head I'm not entirely sure what that is, so here are some graphics explaining or even perhaps showing what these things sell for at retail when they're brand new, and also some comps second hand on the old eBay. Okay, a lovely glorious bubble wrap. Yeet! Okay, what's this one? It's quite heavy, so I think this might be my very heavy. What else did I buy? Something to do with power. What did I buy? It just goes to show how out of control I'm getting with my purchasing. Not out of control, that's not right. But I'm buying so much stuff and selling so much stuff, I lose track of what's coming and when. Pow, 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 pow. But it's a good thing because it kind of points to I'm doing all right from the reselling thing. Also, I'm doing all right from the entertainment thing. Glorious bubble wrap. Okay, so yeah, it says that PSUs. I don't know if they're, but they're brand new. They should be brand new boxed up, these ones, and they look brand new. Look at this. Oh, so there's 10 per box, and I'm pretty sure I bought 2 boxes. Engineering Industrial Power Supply, professional power supply in here, and let's pop one open so you can see what they look like. It's a CDVI power supply unit, and then let it pop open. That's what you've got. Plenty of Sparkies need stuff like this. Switching mode, AC/DC backup supply. Yeah. All brand new. Again, I've picked these up incredibly cheap. Can't remember how cheap. So I will put up on the screen what I paid for them and what I expect to sell them for. Bearing in mind, I've got 20 brand new PSUs here. That shouldn't take up a whole entire other box. What else have I got? What else have I got? Almost certainly the lighting for this video is going to be awful. I apologise profusely for that, but it's sort of... the delivery arrived whilst I was having a poo, and I thought, I've got stuff to do. I'm just starting to make a dent, getting the death pile down, listing things. Got like 20 things listed yesterday at a push as well. So if I focus and crack on, there'll be another 20 or 30 things today, including these. These are going to be more for eBay, just because of the nature of what they are. I think people go on Vinted looking for HD cameras or electronic power supplies. They're weighty boxes. So when I said shipping was £28. £28 next day delivery as well, by the way. I think that's a good deal, considering the size and weight. £14 per box. So we know kind of what's in this one, because it'll be a duplicate of what was in that first one. But also, there's some other stuff in here that I have certainly forgotten about. Let's find out what it is. Stay. Okay. That's going to be more PSUs. What's in this one? Just a box. But what's in the box? More bubble wrap. Oh, there's so much bubble wrap. I love it. Okay, what have I bought? It's heavy. It's about... it's heavier than 5 kilos, actually. I still don't know what it is. Oh, I do know what it is. Do you know what this is? So this is a Christie ILS lens. These lenses attach to cinema grade projectors as like a magnifier for their outputs. They have a motorized focusing lens ring, and they retail very, very expensive. This one I picked up for, I think, £70. Oh my word, I mean, just look at the quality of the optics are ridiculous on these. Now the thing is, I was also in the running to win the projector that came with this at I think I went up to £600. Now bear in mind, these projectors, when new, cost about £20,000. So that would have been an absolute steal. Unfortunately, 600 was pretty much my maximum. Not just because, like, I've only got 600 quid. Yeah, it would have been a huge chunk out of my monthly budget. But also, where am I gonna project cinema grade quality optics onto? Like, okay, Alara Entertainment, the entertainment company that we've got, could hire out high grade projectors and stuff, but in terms of business use, even just in our front room, look at that, the scale of it is just, it's too big for what we have. So it would have been a good punt at 600 quid to turn around and maybe just flip it somewhere else. But yeah, I've ended up with just the lens, just the focusing lens and the magnification lens for a cinema grade projector. Whoops. Oh, workout there. I've got a pump. Got a pump off that. Of course I will show what the projector's worth, what it could potentially be selling. Not the projector, just the lens. And then our last thing is just another 10 PSU power supply units. Got a top quality box there for packing my things into. Where's that? Where's that attached to? Ugh. There we go. You don't need to get this out. So another successful auction, I'd say. Here is what I paid in total, and up here is what I expect to be able to resell all of this for. I'm not in a rush to do it. This is the sort of stuff that will sit on my shelves, and when the right offer comes in, I'll sell it for that price. I think that's good. Hope you do too. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. I'm sorry if this is heavily backlit and all you can see is like shadows. But you're watching for the personality, not the production value. Mwah. See you on the next video.